Welcome to a day in the life of me, Jo, tattoo artist based on the south coast of the UK. I've got my coffee and I'm ready to go. If you don't know where I'm based, basically my studio is in a coffee roastery. Score. If you don't like coffee, then... So now I have amazing coffee on tap and I'm in this beautifully set studio in an old warehouse. So this building is very, very old. I don't know how old, but it used to be a fire station back in the day. And my old room, where I originally was when I first moved into this building, had cobble floor and these big metal rings on the walls because that was where the horses used to go for the fire station. So we're talking that old. And when it comes to restoring the building, which they've had to do over time to make it all workable, livable, whatever, they've tried to keep that old aesthetic as well. Reuse whatever they can. So buying new things is literally just been basically the windows and anything that they couldn't do without. They've got old doors and cut them to fit. They've made stairs out of old bits of wood, so they're a little bit creaky. But they've kept the brickwork. They've really made this building look absolutely stunning, and I love working here. And I feel like clients come in and just love the space as well. It's got a really good feeling to it. And downstairs in the roastery and in the not coffee shop, that's what they call it because they don't want it to be this like pretentious coffee shop. They know their coffee and they're so passionate about it. So they want to talk to people about it, and they sell everything you can imagine to do with coffee. And it's just a really cool place to work. So I feel very lucky to be here. So what have we got on today? I don't know if this is the first time I've done it. I feel like I've done it once before, but I don't know if it's been in the same day. Of a 3-generational tattoo. So daughter, mum and nan are all getting the same tattoo, which I think is so cute. It's a little heart with some flowers on the inside. So I'm going to show you a little bit behind the scenes of what that entails and talk to you after about why I said yes to doing 3 of the same tattoo, when it comes to different skin, and why I do a lot of smaller tattoos. After that, because that's all I've got on today, 3 tattoos is kind of the max that I want to do. I wanted a slightly shorter day today so I could hang out with Marta. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be doing, so that's going to be a bit of a surprise. Whether that's the gym or we go out somewhere on a bit of an adventure. And then pizza later, obviously. Homemade pizza. And the weather's looking a little bit dodgy, so it might be indoor homemade pizza rather than on our uni wood-fired pizza oven. But at the end of the day, it tastes pretty much the same and it's delicious, so we'll see what happens there as well. Time for me to finish my coffee and prepare the studio for my 3 lovely clients that are about to come in. I think this video will be useful for you if you are a tattooist or interested in getting into tattooing. There's a few little ticks and trips. I think you might find this video if you yourself are trying to get into tattooing. There's a few little tips and tricks. And also if you are yourself wanting to get tattooed, it's a little insight into the whole process. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
X. Here we go. that alright? Well done, everyone. Okay, so I've done those 3 tattoos. I thought it was 3 generations, but it was 2 sisters and the mum, which is still super cute, but I was hoping to get the 3 generations in one day. Never mind, I'm sure it'll happen at some point in my tattoo career. So they ended up having this cute little heart, and it looked kind of Scandinavian, and it was actually from a TV show, which I can't remember the name of. They said it, but it slipped my mind. That they used to watch as kids and sing the song and something. So not only is it a cute little design, it actually means something as well, which is always nice. I also wanted to talk a little bit about why I do a lot of really small, kind of simple tattoos. I get a lot of emails and booking forms saying, oh, you're probably not going to want to do this because it's super simple and small. Well, one, these can be the hardest sort of style of tattoos to do because there is no room for error whatsoever. I find that the few occasions that I do get to do bigger pieces, it's a lot more free in that there's less detail, so you can be a little bit, I want to say like you don't care about what's going on, but if you make a tiny little mistake, it's still going to look like the picture. Whereas when you do like the smallest bit of writing or a tiny little tattoo like that, you can't, there's no room for error because it's going to be bloody obvious because, yeah, that's all it is. So the simple ones where it's just a line, just a straight line, just a circle, these are really, really hard to do and to do well. But also, these are quite quick and affordable. So when I first started tattooing, I was working as an apprentice in a really good, very well established studio where 2 of the main artists, the reason that a lot of people went to that studio, were doing massive big pieces. They only did full day sessions, huge elaborate pieces. So I got all of the walk-ins of the little names and little small designs, and I was really busy doing those sort of things. So my line work just got really good really quickly because that was what I was doing all day every day, what they didn't want to do. And I think something that I've just kept on doing is those small little ones. I know a lot of people that kind of started tattooing the same time that I did then wanted to progress into those bigger pieces because money-wise you can earn a lot by just doing day sessions. Whereas I thought the little ones are kind of good little gap fillers for when you've got the odd hour free. But also a lot of people don't have hundreds of pounds to spend on a tattoo and get a full day off work and want to get something massive. The majority of people want to get small little things. So business-wise, that made more sense to me to not say no to the small, simple ones. I've always done them, and I think I will always do them and say yes to them because they're just as valuable and as important as the big ones, and I really enjoy doing them. It's funny because I did do a TikTok recently where I said all of the tattoos that I don't do, and it kind of kicked off. It's got over 1 million views of people saying, oh, what do you tattoo? And it's basically saying that I don't tattoo partners' names, anything offensive, like really reasonable things. There's not a lot that I say no to. I do like the really simple ones, generic ones. Obviously, if it's a unique design that someone else has and someone sends me that design or tattoo and says, I want this, I won't do it because I don't want to copy other people's work. Not only tattoo artists' work that they've designed, but also the person that's asked for it. They've asked for it because it's what they want. So I try and change it just a little bit. There's some things that you can't change though, like star signs and symbols and things like that. it will obviously have a completely different meaning. So the infinity sign has got to look like an infinity sign, or the elements, for example. There's nothing you can change about that. So I could just do those and I don't have to do a lot of designing. Obviously, I'm more passionate about coming up with unique designs with lots of different meanings, or flowers or dogs. Something like that is a little bit more creative for me, and then the whole tattooing process is a little bit more enjoyable. But I love doing it all. That's why I love tattooing, because every day is so different. Everyone's ideas are so different. The people are different. So I don't want to limit myself just to doing one thing and saying no to loads of stuff, because I just feel like that's a bit silly. That's a wrap for tattooing today. I'm going to have some lunch, head home and see what Marta's up to. Whoa, come on. Togies. Come on in. Hi. Hi.
Scrolling on my phone, my kids card, lying to myself. I'm greener grass, dream another life, one that's not so hard. I can't get lost down that dangerous road. I am not dead. I do not know what they're really going through. There's a lot that I assume. Freedom I get from the work that I do. Thoughts that I choose.
We're going for indoor pizzas because as much as it looks like it's sunny outside, and it is, it was also raining 5 minutes ago. And rain, as I've established, does not go well with outdoor pizzas, so not risking it. The main difference is between cooking pizza outside in the wood oven and then compared to the oven inside is that we can do more than one at a time, which is nice. They do take a little bit longer. We don't have to use semolina. We're not a massive fan of semolina, so it doesn't stick to the peel and all that stuff. But in the oven, we just put a bit of oil in the bottom here, put in the dough, and then we have to do it separately. So normally just whack on all the toppings, put it in, spin it round outside. Whereas in here, we'll just put on the passata, put them in, let them cook a little bit, because obviously they take a bit longer, and then the other toppings back in, cook them. I've not done them inside for quite a long time, so I'm hoping they turn out right. We're all prepped and ready to go, so let's do it. Whack the oven on to its max, and even though it says it's at temperature, keep it going. Like, you probably want to give it 45 minutes at least, just to make sure it's as hot as it can get in there. Obviously outside the oven gets to like 500 degrees or something, whereas this is at 250 maybe. So that'll be why it takes a little bit longer for the dough to cook. In my last video vlog, I showed you my face care, skincare routine in the morning, which is basically moisturiser with SPF and some tanning drops. This is my nighttime routine. Starting off with some cleanser on a cotton pad. I don't use this one every day. Basically, when I remember to do this one, I do this one. Which, once or twice a week, I do this one. If I'm having a particularly bad flare up with my skin, or if it's been particularly warm and I've been a bit sweatier, like in the summer where I'm perhaps putting more sun cream on and I'm at work with the mask, I might do a bit more on it with this one. Nice. And then have a shower and use this one. So that's what I'm going to do now.
Amore, c'è un lake on the floor. C'è un lake on the floor. I can't do anything if there's a lake on the floor.
I'll do it afterwards.
Afterwards when?
After I finish it.
What are you doing in there?
My skincare routine.
Look at this. What do we call this? The second brain hairdo. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe see do it then.
And before applying my nighttime creams and serums and stuff, I've got to clean my little teethies, because otherwise I end up with toothpaste and stuff all down my face. So I leave the moisturising until after that. We've got these little sticks to get in between our teeth. Bit of floss. And then finally, the brush. We've got Surrey toothbrushes because they are eco-friendly. Like, so you don't just keep using the plastic heads. They recycle the heads, so you send them back and then it's like a subscription. Shocking. And then they send you these heads every few months whenever you should change them. And it's worked wonders so far. And they come in these cases. These cases, so it comes with a charger, so you can just sit that in the charger. Or when you're travelling, it's got these cases as well, which you can charge from here. And then there's like a cleaning button as well. So, fancy case. Not sponsored, OVS, but... And now it's time for the moisturiser, the night time. So I start off with this. Paula's Choice 1% retinol treatment with peptides, vitamin C. Targets deep wrinkles. So yeah, reveals firm looking skin. I am now starting to do the whole anti-wrinkle aging stuff. Because I have this weird line down here. That's how much I use of this stuff. Not very much. And I don't use this stuff every day. I kind of target the areas that are most wrinkly, I think. I avoid this area because when I put it here before, it goes really red and sore, and avoid it around my eyes as well. So just a tiny little bit. And I'll wake up tomorrow with no wrinkles. And then next one's Paula's Choice again. Barrier Repair Advanced Moisturiser with tripeptides, ceramides, light lotion, soothes and hydrates, strengthens skin barrier to visibly improve signs of ageing. And I'm run out of that. Oh no. Break in. The annoying thing about these stuff is I'm sure there's loads left, but you can't get into it because it's like... Okay, I'm going to pinch a tiny bit. That's not going to cut it. I'm going to pinch some of Marta's for tonight. Let's move on to deodorant. So we have these fussy things. Again, really good for the environment. They're like made out of recycled plastic. The cartridges, things that come inside these, they send you refills. Obviously, you've got to pay for it. Another subscription. These refills, they send you 3 at a time. I've got Wavy Days, which is kind of like a minty one. Yeah, minty. And then these cartridges can be put in your compost as well. So super friendly with your skin and the planet. But they are not like the ones that fully block your pores, luckily, which means that you will sweat. But I found that I don't really smell. I do smell because I sweat a lot and it happens. But it's generally fine throughout the day. I'm not like, whoa. It's when I get home after a long day of sweating or going to the gym that I'm like, okay, I need to shower now. More than wearing these like 24-hour or 72-hour antiperspirants, deodorants that just block your pores and are not really good for your body. So that's what we've got. And you just might have to shower or wash your armpits a little bit more often. I didn't wash my hair because I couldn't be bothered. It just looks shit when it's fluffy. It looks so good now. My skin feels gorgeous. Now it's time to relax and rewind. Relax and unwind. My skin feels glorious. Now it's time to rest and unwind. And generally, we'll watch a bit of TV. I might do some work or emails, and then I'll have a little read of a book in bed with Marta. This is what I'm reading at the moment. It's Florida by Lauren Groff. It was given to me by one of my lovely, lovely clients, Ellie. Thank you very much. I am reading so much at the moment and I'm kind of posting about it and talking about it a little bit, but I do find that a lot of my clients now, for whatever reason, because I don't feel like I've posted about it that much, are well into books as well. And I've done a few tattoos recently, book themed, based on one favourite book, or on Ellie's, where I think she told me there was 22 different books in her sleeve that we did. There wasn't 22 different things, but we managed to double up on a couple of ideas. It's really cool. I'm going to post it here so you can see a few images from that. And if you can recognise any books from it, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, Ellie is an editor and therefore has loads and loads of books and has recommended to me loads and actually given me, I think, 3 books now. Thanks, Ellie. I'm on the first one. So yeah, started Florida, which is short stories. There's loads of short stories, all based on the state of Florida, but they were set in different times and completely different stories, which is really cool. I've only just started it, as you can see, but this is what I'm reading at the moment. I shall put it on my website with my other list of books that I have read. And yeah, I look forward to reading this one in a bit. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you've enjoyed this other little insight into my world of being a tattoo artist. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll enjoy this one, which is also a day in the life of me, but not on a day where I'm tattooing, on a Monday where I do my designs, cook loads of delicious food because that's what I love to do if I do have a bit of extra time, and a full-on gym sesh if you want to see what I do in one of those. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next week.